Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond the Surface. Today, we're diving into the ongoing troubles of Boeing, one of the world's largest aircraft manufacturers. From catastrophic crashes and quality control lapses to management issues and tragic whistleblower incidents, Boeing has been under intense scrutiny. In this video, we'll explore the critical problems that have plagued the company in recent years and what it means for the future of aviation. Let's get started. The problems for Boeing began to mount in October 2018 with the first of two fatal crashes involving their 737 MAX aircraft. The ill-fated Lion Air Flight 610 took off from Jakarta, Indonesia, only to plunge into the Java Sea just 12 minutes later, claiming the lives of all 189 souls on board. Less than half a year later, in March 2019, a chillingly similar incident occurred. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302, barely 6 minutes into its journey from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, crashed, taking the lives of all 157 people on board. The world watched in horror as the death toll rose to a staggering 346 lives lost in both crashes. As investigations unfolded, a common link emerged between these two catastrophes: the MCAS, or Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System. This system, designed to automatically adjust the aircraft's nose position for stable flight, was found to have malfunctioned, pushing both planes into a fatal nosedive. The aftershock of these tragedies was seismic. Aviation authorities around the globe grounded the 737 MAX, an unprecedented move that saw around 380 aircraft parked. Boeing found itself under the microscope, with investigations launched into their safety protocols and the design and certification of the 737 MAX. These tragic accidents marked the beginning of a difficult period for Boeing, but unfortunately, the worst was yet to come. While the world was still reeling from the 737 MAX crashes, Boeing found itself in the headlines again for all the wrong reasons. The beginning of the year 2024 was marred with another incident involving a Boeing aircraft. This time, it was an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9. A door plug blowout occurred mid-flight, a situation that could swiftly escalate into a catastrophe. Fortunately, the crew managed it well, and the passengers landed safely. However, this incident raised several questions about the safety standards of Boeing's aircraft. Not too long after, another Boeing 737 was in the spotlight, this time in Houston. An engine fire broke out during the flight. Quick response from the flight crew averted a major disaster, but once again the aviation world was left questioning, what's going on with Boeing? And then there was the Boeing 777-200 incident in San Francisco. Shortly after takeoff, the aircraft lost a tire. While the pilots were able to land the plane safely, it was another close call that could have ended tragically. This string of incidents seemed to suggest a pattern of safety concerns related to Boeing's aircraft. These incidents were not just alarming because of the potential danger they posed. They also raised concerns about Boeing's commitment to safety. Was Boeing doing enough to ensure the safety of its aircraft? Were these incidents just unfortunate coincidences, or were they symptomatic of deeper issues within Boeing's production and quality control processes? Boeing was once the gold standard in aviation, a symbol of American innovation and engineering. But these recent incidents have cast a long shadow over its reputation. The aviation world is left to wonder whether Boeing can regain the trust it once commanded. These incidents served as a stark reminder of the safety issues plaguing Boeing. The problems for Boeing were not confined to the skies. Back on the ground, serious issues with their production processes were beginning to emerge. The heart of these issues lay within the company's quality control practices. Audits conducted by various bodies brought to light a worrying pattern of insufficient checks and balances. Key components were found to be improperly installed, a blunder that could have catastrophic consequences in flight. What's more, the audits uncovered a frenzied rush to meet production deadlines. The pressure to churn out aircraft was so intense that it began to compromise the very standards that were supposed to safeguard the quality of the planes. But the woes did not end there. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, had been keeping a close eye on Boeing's operations. Alarmed by the findings from the audits, the FAA ramped up its scrutiny of the company. This increased oversight led to a halt on the expansion of 737 MAX production. The FAA demanded a comprehensive safety improvement plan from Boeing, a clear sign of the regulatory body's eroding confidence in the company's ability to ensure the safety of its aircraft. But perhaps the most damning evidence of the production issues was the ripple effect they caused within the aviation industry. Airlines began to question their partnerships with Boeing, and trust in the company's commitment to safety and quality began to waver. These production issues further eroded trust in Boeing, not just among the public, but also within the aviation industry. While Boeing grappled with safety and production issues, the company was also facing internal challenges. The turbulence within the company was reflected in its leadership. CEO David Calhoun, who took the helm amidst an existential crisis, had to face the daunting task of navigating Boeing through the stormy waters of safety culture issues. His attempts to address these problems were met with mixed responses. While some welcomed his hands-on approach, others criticized him for not doing enough or acting fast enough. The leadership changes within Boeing were not just about the CEO. There were internal struggles, with high-ranking executives leaving the company and new faces coming in. These changes created a sense of instability within the company, making it even more difficult to address the pressing issues at hand. The financial repercussions of these issues were significant. Boeing's financial losses ran into the billions of dollars, a stark testament to the severity of the problems it was facing. The once dominant player in the aviation industry was now losing ground to its competitors. Airbus, for instance, managed to increase its market share significantly during this period. The financial impact was not just about the balance sheet. It also had implications for Boeing's future. With dwindling resources, the company had to make tough decisions about its future projects and investments. Some projects had to be shelved, while others were delayed, further exacerbating the company's problems. In the face of these challenges, Boeing had to grapple with the stark reality of its situation. The company that once stood as a symbol of American ingenuity and industrial might was now struggling to regain its footing. The management problems at Boeing added another layer of complexity to an already precarious situation. These problems were not just about numbers or market share. They were about the very soul of the company, its culture, and its future. These management problems added another layer of complexity to Boeing's already precarious situation. Amidst all these issues, one of the darkest chapters in Boeing's recent history involves the tragic deaths of whistleblowers. This grim narrative begins with John Barnett, a former quality manager who worked on the 787 Dreamliner production. Known for his commitment to safety and impeccable record, Barnett's concerns about safety issues in the Dreamliner production were not taken lightly. His allegations painted a disturbing picture, outlining a tale of safety shortcuts, rushed production timelines, and a disregard for the very principles Boeing was built upon. Yet, instead of being rewarded for his diligence, Barnett found himself in the crosshairs of a corporate giant. His life took a tragic turn, ending abruptly and mysteriously. His death, ruled as a suicide, occurred shortly after he provided damning evidence in a whistleblower lawsuit. But John Barnett's tale is not an isolated incident. Other whistleblowers have emerged from the shadows, their stories echoing Barnett's chilling narrative. They've brought forth allegations of managerial pressure, where production deadlines took precedence over quality. They've spoken of an environment where raising safety concerns was met not with appreciation, but with retaliation. These tragic deaths and the stories of these whistleblowers underscore the gravity of the issues facing Boeing. They bring into question the company's commitment to safety, transparency, and its own employees. They remind us that behind the scenes of technical glitches and managerial missteps, there are real lives at stake, individuals who paid the ultimate price in their fight for safety and integrity. These tragic deaths underscore the gravity of the issues facing Boeing and raise serious questions about the company's commitment to safety and transparency. So, as we've seen, Boeing is grappling with a multitude of serious issues, from fatal crashes and safety lapses to management problems and tragic whistleblower cases. These challenges have not only tarnished the company's reputation but also raised significant concerns about the future of aviation safety. Boeing's journey to rebuild trust and improve its safety standards is ongoing, and only time will tell if these efforts will be successful. It's crucial for all of us to stay informed and hold corporations accountable for the safety and well-being of their customers. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Beyond the Surface for more in-depth looks at important topics. Until next time, stay safe and stay informed.